Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers last time out, but winners of 7 of 9 prior to that. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
To play running back in today's NFL, you need to be versatile, and that really defines Le'Veon Bell because if you hand it to him, he won't turn it down. 321 carries in 2017. And if you want to throw it to him, well, they targeted him 106 times last season as well, which was second in running backs only to Christian McCaffrey. So Le'Veon Bell is a defensive nightmare when you try to figure out where he's going to be on the field to try to defend him.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The give is to Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete. It was the safety, Darian Thompson, that time, who was able to break it up.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll run with Marshall, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We take a glance now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball for Pittsburgh. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 12 carries, 70 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. To throw now on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Bell, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 83 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Webb now. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason when they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Foles. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Foles. Man open left side as well. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Foles over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A play fake. Now Webb. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
To throw, Webb. 20! He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Cody Latimer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And here's Marshall. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why we're...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Webb now from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Webb. And bulldozing his way through. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Bell, right side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. New York set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Webb. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Webb. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. T.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 2nd down, Webb. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He'll look to throw. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll also wind up being the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Baker Mayfield, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game is tied. They take on the visiting 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Looking to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kerry Wynn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he slipped right by him. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Webb. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Marshall, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Webb, he sets to fire, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Marshall, and an alley to run. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And on the ground they go with a running back. first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun, Webb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Foles. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Call it a gain of to 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Powering his way forward. And this is caught at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Alec Ogletree in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Hurry up, here we go.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On third down, that's Marshall. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll drop to throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it here. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Keith Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. He's back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He'll look to throw. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Room to run past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified, and that one could turn out to be huge.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
To throw here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. This is Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Foles. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Looking to throw, and that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Hayward in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Webb. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. The partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.